Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today you're speaking with Yosavani Mariano, and I want to address this question: what do you want in life? And so on this video, I'm going to share some different things I've learned during my 45 days of quarantine, and also some personal reflection and tools that I want to share with you guys that I've learned over the past few months on how to achieve what you want to do. I feel like as we enter during this time of COVID, it's even more critical of our spare time to think about our future and our dreams and our goals so that when we feel hopeless or lost, we have something to drive us and push us a direction to do so. Um, During my time of just starting in March of COVID breaking down and everything, I fell into a deep state of depression living by myself. I grew up with depression, but then being by myself made things worse. In January, I missed 1 month of classes, just not being able to get out of bed. And in February, I was having thoughts of self harm, and I had to make a decision. Do I want to get better, or do I want to end my life? And I decided that I wanted to get better. I took proper procedure to go to a psychiatrist, get a report, talk to my professors, and the university, UBC, had a lot of good support system, academic support system, but I still had to make the mental decision of staying at my friend's place, seeking help, talking about it. And it's still a work in progress. I almost got academic probation. I was, almost failed my classes. And so I'm taking this gap year to really rest and to grow. I'm just traveling, doing a lot of reflective writing and thinking, and working on different farms across places in the world during this pandemic. And so during this time, I decided that what I want to do in my life, before I die, is that I want to reform the education system. I feel like our education system is very outdated from the Industrial Revolution, and that we should be adapting and achieving to the 21st century of how things are changing. We can learn things better and faster on YouTube. What is the purpose of our education when we can do more without school? And so, one of my dreams to achieve that step of reforming the education system is that I want to change the bureaucratic systems and inspire people to be innovative. My plans is to first spend 7 years getting my bachelor's degree in geography, get my teaching's degree, and then get 3 years of teaching experience while getting my master's degree at the same time in education. I want to immigrate to New Zealand in 7 years, and I want to work there as a teacher and slowly start working in the civil service in areas of Ministry of Education and Tourism to understand how the bureaucratic system works and to find like-minded people in that field. And after I work there for a good 7 years, I want to form my own educational consulting firm and to advise governments around the world. But my end goal is to be able to create a school that trains people with passion and desire to be teachers, and to train these people to be teachers and send them off to corners of the world where nobody wants to go, in conflict zones, war zones, and refugee camps, places where children really need someone to inspire them and to give them hope and dreams on how they can achieve. Because I grew up in the villages of China, and I was bullied every day. And my teacher believed in me, that uh, first grade, second year old me, that I can achieve something. And there's that inspiration I received from different teachers over the years that inspire me to be a teacher. And I hope to be able to share with my steps and processes and these different tools that you can achieve with your own life, no matter where you are, what you're doing, or how old. These tools, I guarantee you, will help change your way of thinking and help you to become a stronger person. And so, I want to introduce 3 time management tools: the Eisenhower matrix, eat that frog, time blocking, and fail to grow, which is something I came up myself. So Eisenhower's matrix is pretty simple. It's divided into 4 quadrants. Important, not important. Urgent, not urgent. Do, decide, delegate, delete. And to get a more pictorial thing, I did not own any of these content. These are off of Google Images, but I want to be able to use it to give you a visual. If it's important, urgent, do it. You have to decide what you want to do, delegate the work and delete it. And some more examples, what are important and urgent, submitting a project, or if it's important but not urgent, maybe you want to decide on networking or exercise. It's also important to delegate your work and to delete things that are not productive to you. And so on the link, I'm going to attach to my a Google file to these PowerPoint slides so you guys can look at it later. But these are just good things to keep in mind as you look at all the list of things you have, and to start shaping things into these categories, to start changing and organizing your mind. Eat that frog. I personally like this. It's come from a quote of Mark Twain. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. And so to dive deep down, frogs, your biggest enemy, important task, is getting around it. And it's also the thing that has a lot of positive impact, maybe doing exercise, sleeping well, and taking small steps to complete that project. And so 3 simple steps: identify your frog, eat it, and repeat every day. And as a way to break down giant chunks into little steps as possible. That way you can train your mind to start overcoming different mountains in your life. Time blocking, I find this very useful. It's essentially a management method to divide your task into blocks of time and to complete the task separately, to prioritize. And so oftentimes we have a lot of things we want to do and you have to schedule it out. Different tools I use, maybe Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, Evernote, whatever helps you to look at, meeting people, studying, working, whatever you need to do to accomplish your task. In my first year of university, I worked part-time at a restaurant. I had 4 classes. I also volunteered at an after-school program. I was involved with a club as well, and I also went to church on Sunday. And so it was many things combined. And on top of that, I have classes in school. And so I was able to achieve all of those things through time blocking. Of course, I burnt out, in both semesters. In second year, I had to readjust everything. But yeah, I was able to accomplish many things through time blocking. And lastly, something I learned myself that I like to teach, fail to grow. And it's very simple. Don't be afraid to fail your classes, your assignments. Don't be afraid to fail in relationships, in life. It's always good to struggle through these things, and that way you'll be able to grow. In second year, I just wasn't, my depression got really bad when I moved to a different environment where I was living by myself. I started failing my assignments, my courses, to the point where I was getting academic probation. And yeah, it was a real struggle for me. And as after, receiving that first F in different course and withdrawing, I was able to reflect upon that experience and to grow. I decided, what? Grades doesn't matter in my life. I don't need perfect grades to get a job. I lost, I got laid off due to COVID. That gives me more opportunity to find more jobs that I'm interested in. And so I encourage you, as you work through different stages of life in high school, university, or your work life, don't be afraid to fail. Embrace the struggle and grow so that you'll be able to overcome your mountains to achieve your dreams. And so lastly, I want to end with a message of a song from Demi Lovato, I Love Me. Listen to her song, listen to the lyric, because at the end of the day, you're your best friend and your worst enemy. You're going to be with yourself for the next, 20 to 70 years of your life. And you have to learn how you work, how you think, learn to love yourself, how to respect yourself. That way you'll be able to understand what you want to do. Only you can satisfy yourself the most, appreciate yourself the most, and work with yourself. And after running from myself for many years, 45 days of quarantine really forced me to be present with myself. And something, as my counselor has gave me advice in, is to embrace the pain and be with yourself and live and grow. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if there's any details or any experiences you'd like me to share that would help you grow in your journey of life. Take care and stay safe.